boys and girls. Today's printing lesson is lesson 6, lowercase plain line round letters. So these letters all are going to start at the middle plain line if you're using Foundations paper, middle line if you're not. Okay, but they are also round, which means they have a curve somewhere in them. Okay, and the letters are C, A, and O. Out of these 3 letters, C is the only consonant. That means we have to use part of our mouth to make the sound for C. We are actually going to make the sound using the back of our throat. It's a stopper sound, and it sounds like this. K, 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 k. Good, try that with me. K, 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 k. Excellent. Just like the sound K. Okay, the other 2 letters for today are lowercase letter A, which makes the short vowel sound. It's a vowel because your mouth is open when you make the sound. Okay, the short vowel sound is ah. Your mouth is open wide, just like you're biting into an apple. Ah, say the sound with me. Ah, excellent. And your third lowercase letter today is the vowel O. We make the sound for O like this. Ah. Be careful that your lips don't push out. They need to stay back when you make the sound for O. And your mouth is open. Not as big as it is for the short vowel sound for A, but still open pretty big. It's the sound you hear at the beginning of octopus and octagon, and it sounds like this. Ah. Say that with me. Ah. Great. Are you ready to learn how to correctly print the letters C, A, and O? Hopefully you are. Here we go. Our first lowercase plain line round letter is C. Okay, so to make a letter C, we are going to point our pencil to the plain line. You are going to start to fly backwards and go down and around on the grass line. And that is how you print the letter C. Sorry, lowercase c. Okay? Again, C starts for the sound K. So you point your pencil to the plain line or middle line if you don't have your Foundations paper. You start to fly backwards, go down around to the grass line. And that's it. Let's do it again. Point your pencil to the plain line or middle line. Start to fly backwards and go down around to the grass line. And that's it. And that's your letter C. Okay, this time we're going to make the sound that C represents. K, 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 like in cat. C, cat, k. Say that whole thing with me. C, cat, k. I like to scratch the C with my cat claws. K, k, k. Okay, this time we're going to make the sound. Instead of me telling you to point to the plain line, go down around to the grass line, no. I just want you to make the sound this time. And I want you to get your magic finger up or your arm up and get ready to make the shape of the lowercase c with me. Here we go. Get ready. We're on the plain line. We're going to fly backwards. Sound ready and go. And there you have the lowercase plain line round letter C. If you do not have Foundations paper at home and you don't have the little fancy plain here, that's okay. If you have any regular handwriting paper with a solid top and bottom line and a middle dotted or dashed line, that will work too. I'm going to show you how to make the letter C on regular writing paper. Okay, so again, you point. Sorry, let me focus my camera there. You're going to point your pencil to the middle dotted or dashed line. You're going to fly backwards a little bit, go down around to the bottom line, and stop. So again, you point to the middle line, go backwards, down around to the bottom line, and stop. And that is lowercase letter C on regular printing paper. Okay. Let me go back to my foundation side of my page here. Our next lowercase plain line round letter is the vowel A, which stands for the sound ah, my favorite. A, it's a plain line round letter. So again, we start at the plain line, which means we're going to point our pencil to the plain line or middle line if you're not using foundations, just like this. You're going to go back a little bit on the plain line, then down and around on the grass line, and up to the plain line, then trace down to the grass line and stop. And that is how you make a lowercase plain line round letter A. And A stands for the sound, say it with me, ah, like an apple. Excellent. Let's do another one just a little bit faster. So we point to the plain line, go back on the plain line, and then down and around on the grass line, and up to the plain line. Then we trace back down to the grass line. And that, again, is lowercase a. We're going to make it one more time without me telling you the directions. This time, we're going to make the short vowel sound for A as we write it. Remember, the sound is the first sound you hear in apple. Like A, apple, ah. Say that with me. A, apple, ah. Excellent. This time, you're just going to say the sound as I write the letter. Feel free to use your magic pointer finger to write along with me. Okay, here we go. On my middle plain line, and get your voice ready. Mouth open wide. Go. Ah. There you have the letter A. So we have C, cat, K, and A, apple, ah. Remember, if you do not have foundations paper at home, and your paper has just plain lines, like a solid top and bottom line like this, and a dotted or dashed line in the middle, that's okay. To make A on plain writing paper, you would start at the middle line, which is your dotted line, or your dashed line. Go back on that dotted line, and then down and around on the bottom line, back up to the middle line, and then trace it down to the bottom line. So you would start at the middle line, go back on the middle line, ah, then down and around to the bottom line, back up to the middle line, and then trace a straight line to the bottom and stop. Okay, good. Our last letter for today is the lowercase plain line round letter O. O is completely round, just like the shape of a circle. Okay, so for O, this one's probably easy. It's just one big, quick, circular motion the whole time. One of my favorites to write. Okay, here is how you form a lowercase letter O. First, you point your pencil to the plain line, trace back, then down to the grass line, and around back up to the plain line without even stopping. And that is lowercase letter O, which stands for the sound ah. Again, you point your pencil to the plain line or middle line, trace back, then down to the grass line, and around back up to the plain line. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There is lowercase letter, O. Okay, which stands for like you hear at the beginning of octopus. Say that with me. O, octopus, Good. Say it again. O, octopus, This time we're going to say the sound as I write the letter. Okay? Okay, here we go. Start at the plain line. Get ready. Voice on, mouth open for the vowel sound, and go. Excellent. So there you have your lowercase, plain line, round letters, C, A, and O. I'm going to show you really quick how to write lowercase o using plain lined writing paper without the Fundations pictures. You're going to start here at the middle dotted or dashed line. Go back a little bit, curve down to the bottom and around the whole way back to the middle, and stop. A little bit faster, it's start here, down, around, and up. Whole way around, forming a circle shape. And there are your middle line or plain line round letters, lowercase c, a, and o. As always, thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something new today. Bye.